today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, this is the National Football League. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington Football Team.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Football Team. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This taken in about 4 yards deep. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick.
J.D. McKissick.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Washington first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's McKissick. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A carry now for McKissick. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
3, Eagles nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries, but last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From midfield, here's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Wentz to his rookie wideout Rager for an Eagle 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Washington.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. Here's Haskins out of the gun. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Scott on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a throw out wide to Quinn. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia. And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
They'll run with Sanders. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Steven Sims now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
9 yards to go.
Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Scott to return it. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground with a tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
I'll give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
Here we go. 56.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Steven Sims set to return it for Washington. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
But it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey.
Wentz is
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
45-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Haskins pass.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chase Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And that's exactly why Washington took Chase Young with the #2 overall selection. His ability to find the quarterback and get him on the ground. This guy has a combination of speed, quickness, and football intelligence. And when I saw him coming out of college, obviously Joe Burrow, the quarterback from LSU, he was probably #1 on most people's boards because he's a quarterback. But the best overall player in this year's draft, Chase Young, and you saw why on that last play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On 1st down, it's Peterson. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A throw over the middle taken in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn that time. That'll bring up second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. Third down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Haskins back to the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well.
At least so far here in the second quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
56. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Wentz now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 7 from the 20. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Wins to throw again. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
55-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Washington.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Eagles 7, Washington 6.
This is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
26.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 25, 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Well, no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 34 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. first down. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run on first down. Peterson takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. First down, Washington.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Peterson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Haskins. He gets it to Sims, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Haskins pass.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
On first down, Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Now Haskins throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To Deshaun Jackson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Let's go, team.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
1st and 10.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Dancing to his left. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 16. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the cat.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Eagles on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Eagles 17, Washington 14.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll throw right away. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown, And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Javon Hargrave forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Second and 20.
50 Cent.
Haskins will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Washington on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be third and a mile. From the gun, Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
A 50-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
This thing, they'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Washington ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And Washington has retaken the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. The 20, 10, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 27. He'll drop to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? Do you see the coaches signaling? All the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. And quickly finding Rager. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 14. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up second.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Miles Sanders.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Mike,
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flushed out right, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Wentz on the keeper.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And the Eagles are back within a score. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. They'll try and run it here, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Might have get to have it, you should know what's out of me. I've been getting to it, I ain't no jealous. Brand new chase, young
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun. Haskins taken in by Sprinkle. A little pitch and catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the gun, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 5, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
Go. Waiting. Mike 58, right there. In the bank. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
On first down, Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. He's back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Wentz to throw. Being chased out left. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. to throw. Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run them a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.